Singapore, a city known for its spectacular skyline, bustling streets, and vibrant culture, also holds a secret treasure trove of culinary delights. From hawker stalls offering local fares to Michelin-starred restaurants serving up world-class cuisine. But for someone like me who revels in the joy of variety and endless choices and literally grew up in a buffet restaurant, buffets hold a special place in my food-loving heart. And of course, Singapore offers an impressive array of all-you-can-eat experiences that range from the intimately local to the expansively international. And based on my food adventures, here are, in my opinion, the top 10 best all-you-can-eat food experiences in Singapore. Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. One of the reasons Singapore is one of the best food countries in the world is because it just has everything. If you want flavors from around the world, it's got it. If you want a fancy seafood buffet, it's got it. And this one might be one of the best seafood buffets I've ever been to. So I am here at Estate here in the Hilton, and they have a theme night tonight. Tonight's theme is lobster and crab. They have a ton of variations. According to what I read, it's basically lobster and crab cooked every single way imaginable. Let's get cracking. Okay, this buffet is just too much. There's too much stuff here. I wish I had more hands, more mouth, more stomachs. Oh, this is gonna be really helpful. Just got some cold seafood dishes. King prawn, some sashimi, tuna, salmon, Maine lobster, snow crab. The crawfish is from Australia. And look at the size of this crawfish. The way I've learned to do it, crack the shell, open that up, suck the head, crack it some more. I don't think I've had a crawfish that was the size of a miniature lobster. Lobster journey is just getting started tonight. There's so many different ways that they have cooked lobster and crab. Just getting a taste of this right now. In its original, true, sweet form. So they got fresh mango juice, apple juice, pineapple juice. I got some mango juice, sparkling water, mango soda, mala crawfish, and then they got soft shell chili crab with some chungfen, fried chungfen. I've never had soft shell chili crab before. Oh, that's so good. Without the hard work of getting the meat out of the shells, just eat the shells. Simple solution. It's a fried chungfen. It's nice and chewy inside. Outside is nicely fried. I think maybe if this just came out of the fryer, this would be really crunchy on the outside. Oh yeah, this is the best part of the crab. Dip that in some of the chili crab sauce. That's even better. And there's many different kinds of crab here. So mala crab, I think there's a basil crab. There's mala little crawfish, and of course the chili crab itself. Give the outside a little lick. I think this is a basil crab. Sweet, savory, just a whammy of delicious basil flavor. This definitely tastes like a Thai style version of this crab. So good. Black pepper crab. Sometimes I like this crab more than the chili crab itself. Oh, I miss that flavor. I like it because it's just so peppery. A couple bites in, the tip of my tongue is already tingling. And of course, the chili crab itself. I know I already love the sauce. I think they're using blue crab this time. A little harder to get to the meat, but the meat is much more tender. And I feel like it's able to absorb the sauce even better. So a little bit more work, but you're gonna get rewarded. Before it gets cold, I wanna try out this truffle duck. So this thing is crazy looking. Looks like some fried tofu. The skin is, the color of black truffle. I think this is a turnip as a palate cleanser. I think I need to get a new piece of this. This has definitely been sitting out there a little long. The flavor is amazing. There's a lot of truffle in that duck, which makes it taste fantastic. This is a white crab noodle. I definitely let this sit out too long. This is yummy. There's so much flavor that went into these thin noodles. And it's not soggy. It's still chewy. It's got nice texture. Crab is good, but this together is an amazing combo. I'm gonna like take some of the crab meat and just put it onto the noodle. Give that a good mix. I love that. I got lucky. When I went up to the lobster, they were just putting out fresh lobster thermidor. That toasted cheese. Yes. I know a lot of people might think this is just sacrilegious to do this to a lobster, to roast it with cheese. I know my good buddy Adam Richmond used to think the same way, but you gotta try it. It's so good. The sweetness of the lobster goes incredible, especially when the cheese on top is toasted, where it gives you a little bit of a crust. This is a soft shell crab burger. So some sauce, lettuce, soft shell crab on the inside. Oh, it's nice and crispy. 辣子鸡. So this is a very popular Sichuanese dish. Not a lot of people have been taking this, which I get it. It's a seafood buffet. So it's not crispy anymore, but whoa. Oh, my tongue's on fire. I wish I had that fresh from the wok. This is another one of their signature. This is the black tofu. This is great. Chewy tofu skin, so tender on the inside. You pair that up with that super tender black bean fish and the passion fruit, sweet and sour pork. That's really good too. These dishes have kind of been suffering under the buffet light of death, purely because everyone's gravitating towards the lobster and the crab, as they should. But this dish too is a little dry, but that doesn't hide the fact of how good this tastes. This thing is fruity, it's juicy, and there's a good amount of fat in here that when you take a bite, all that sweet juice flavor combines with that melty, fatty pork. And check this out, Wagyu beef kebab. Oh, this is awesome. It's so tender, it's so fatty. Soup time. Lobster and crab bisque. Well, there's a lot of conde miso in here. This is a lobster tagliatelle, homemade squid ink pasta, slices of garlic, tomatoes, whole crawfish in here. It's amazing pasta. It's mild, not overly tangy, not overly sour, slightly sweet, really garlicky. This is a flour crab noodle soup. They give you a giant half of a flour crab in here. And then noodle soup on the bottom, some bok choy chilies. Oh, that's so good. Soup flavor is light, a little crabby. Basically, it tastes like the soup version of this crab. Lightly sweet, very mild. Let's start with the cakes. This is a roast red velvet cake. Oh, this is so good. Red velvet cake alone is delicious, but the top layer of this is some kind of rose cream with a little chocolatey shell. This is a mixed berry cake. This was so pretty. I was too focused on the seafood. And oh, I love this. Is just everything. That is phenomenal. Double fermented chocolate cake. All that is velvety. Mango infused jasmine cake. Ooh, that's pretty. Aren't desserts in jars just taste better? I think so. Yes, yes, a million times yes to this. The cake is soft, provides a delicious, decadent layer of chocolate on top of the smoothest, lightest mango mousse. I thought coming here tonight, I was really just gonna be focusing on the lobster and the crab, and that's what's gonna be the best thing about this buffet. Their desserts are like the lobster and crab of desserts. Exquisite. Some of my favorite things. Definitely the red velvet rose cake was delicious. The mango cream, the hazelnut, this is definitely on my list of one of the best buffets I've ever been to. Oh, this is so cool. I think I'm gonna like this place. Right now, I'm at Tunglok Teahouse. This tea house gives very much like a diner vibes. All you can eat dim sum buffet for 15 US dollars. I haven't even tried the food. I'm already loving it. Okay, just placed my first order, and it is gonna come via, look at this. It comes via a little train. And what's supposed to happen is it'll show up, and one of these buttons will light up, and it tells you whether the food is on the upper track or the lower track. You hit the button again, you send the train back. First food items just got here. Hongyou chao shou, hot oil wontons. That's pretty darn good. The mala flavor is intense with that one. Oh, I like that a lot. This is a fried tofu skin roll. So lightly fried tofu skin on the outside, stuffing on the inside. Oh, this thing's awesome. Light and crispy. Inside, the shrimp is sweet. It's bouncy, a little hot sauce to go with this. So far, so delicious with this place. This is clams and some kind of chili sauce. Whoa. Kind of tastes like the chili sauce they put on the chili crab. Instead of chili crab, it's clams. And this thing I really wanted. This is spicy and nummy duck wings. Love this. Duck wings taste much fattier than chicken wings. They do not kid around when they're adding the heat. There we go. And I just got a special delivery of, I think this is spinach and prawn dumplings. Oh, this is really interesting. It's like a little mochi dumpling. There's shrimp and chives inside. Chewy and sweet with some nice fragrance from the leek. Got another order of mala wontons. Next, salt and pepper shrimp, fried mushrooms, and some fried sweet and sour fish. This looks amazing. And this thing, just pop the whole head in your mouth. Best part of the prawn, this is awesome. Beef with scallions. I love it. So tender. And the scallion flavor has completely infused into the beef. Wow, that's a delicious dish. This is sweet and sour fried fish. Little carrots and cucumbers on top. Oh. Oops. Also, there's 2 tracks, so sometimes I forget if the food's arriving on the bottom or the top. I think the fish is just okay. Maybe a little too soft. The top is wild mushroom and sweet corn. Mochi skin, sweet corn. earthy mushroom. I like it. This is called a crown daisy. Oh, look at this. So these two are vegetarian dim sum items. Crown daisy is so awesome. Halfway done with our meal. Already ready to come back. Best sauce though. Sauce that comes with a chili wonton. Oh, I want to issue an apology to this dish right here. For some reason I thought it was fish because I ordered fish. It's not, it's tofu. So then this being really soft, it makes sense. I'm stupid. Our time is running out. One last order of dessert. Dessert. Ice cream puff, jelly with longan, and a mung bean soup. Ice cream puff. A chocolate ice cream puff. This jelly is really good. The dessert, nothing fancy. That's perfect. Like this whole meal has just been the ultimate comfort food dim sum buffet. At such an awesome price. This place is definitely one of my top recommendations here in Singapore. This is a place we'll be coming back to again and again. Good morning. I am here at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel at the Cherry Garden Restaurant, where their all-you-can-eat dim sum buffet runs 88 Singapore dollars, or about 62 US. And they give you a menu, and you can pretty much order anything you want. Well, not pretty much, order anything you want. This is definitely really fancy. Steamed prawns dumpling with black garlic, steamed pork siomai with baby abalone, all-you-can-eat soup dumplings, that sounds awesome. Crystal dumplings with fresh mushrooms and black truffle. Oh my goodness, that was a good decision not to eat yesterday. There's about 50 items on this menu, and I gotta find a way to try it all. Okay, let's order. Oh, that's nice. The dishes are really, really tiny. This is the roast wine chicken. It is like a one-biter. Oh, that's good. This dish is all about that nice wine flavor inside the tender chicken. Chicken is tender. You definitely get that nice blast of wine, and you can taste the fragrance of the roast steeped into the meat. Just started by literally the size of a bite, which I love. Now I know we can try every single item on this menu. In terms of how fast food comes out, the barbecue dishes obviously and the soup came out right away. The dim sum items, it's been about 20 minutes. So if you do come here, I recommend just ordering a lot. And as soon as the food comes to you, order the next set to be able to try everything on the menu. Okay, thank you. All right, it's about 25 minutes in, and we got our first dim sum item. The chao xiao bao, that's it. So ordered about 6 dim sum items, got 1. There's only a 2-hour limit to this meal, so gotta play some catch up. Next order I make might just be for the rest of the menu. Let's start with this. Roast pig. A little mustard, chili sauce. This looks beautiful. That's so awesome. I mean, you heard that, right? Roast duck. Whatever that sauce is on the bottom, that's amazing. The skin, it melts as soon as it touches your tongue. The chao xiu might be my favorite. Oh, that's so good. There's a good amount of char on this thing. It just caramelizes as well, that sugar. Great sesame flavor. It's not too sweet, it's very smoky. So got all the dim sum items I ordered. The soup dumplings, the chao xiao bao, the steamed prawn dumplings and garlic, and the abalone siomai, which I promptly dropped on the table. I'm gonna eat it anyway. I mean, there's a lot of soup in here. Gotta be a little careful not to break the skin. This is very delicate. This is like Asian operation. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, that's the good stuff right there, all that fat. If my parents actually bought me Operation the game when I was a kid, this might have gone a lot better. Wow, the soup dumpling is amazing. This is like something you get from an actual soup dumpling place. Barbecue pork bun. It's sweet, it's sticky. This is the wild mushroom truffle dumpling. a very solid vegetarian option. This, I think that's the steamed pork dumpling. It's definitely pork inside. That thing is just so porky and fatty, and that flavor will just linger on your tongue. Let's try the table dim sum, the ones I literally dropped on the table. This is the abalone siomai. That just tastes like pure luxury. Abalone is tender, which is not always the case. Sometimes you can get a piece of abalone, it tastes like the rubber band is sitting on your desk. This I definitely want to try. This is the black garlic dumpling. Beautiful shrimp dumpling, really nice mochious skin, bouncy shrimp on the inside, and a giant hit of garlic. And it's wasabi fried shrimp. So the green stuff on the outside is wasabi mayo. Fish eggs on top, it looks like some chia seeds. Oh, that was utter perfection. The mayo is balanced out by this nice bite of wasabi. Then you get the sweet crunch from the fish roll and the slight sweetness from the seeds. Oh, I love that. The other dim sum items are arriving. Now we're talking. This is the black bean pork ribs. One of my favorite dim sum items. Got that in the hot oil. This is definitely more fancy than your typical steamed black bean with ribs dish. The pork is way more tender, and I think there's a lot more garlic in here as well. This is something I've been seeing a lot in Singapore. This fried eggplant with pork floss. I haven't really seen this anywhere else in the world except here. I mean, I love it. Fresh fried eggplant, solid crunch on the outside, covered in delicious pork floss. This is chicken spring roll covered in sesame. This is so good. Definitely needs a little spice. This one you can't really taste the filling all that well. It's a lot of wrapper. And the sauce, I feel like it's way too vinegary, not very spicy. This one's steamed custard bun with all sorts of nuts on top. And there's a big piece of yam inside. This is really good. Creamy custard, soft bun, nice crunchiness from the nuts. I just go so well with some tea. This last dim sum dish, actually I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's basically a mochi dumpling with pork floss inside. I think a little too sweet for me. Kind of tastes like a tangyuan mochi ball. This is the chili crab. This is a classic. Nah, this is really good. The sauce is nice and tomatoey. Got some egg in here, a nice sweet chili flavor that you find outside of that classic dish. I like this a lot. Last round before dessert, got the 5-spice beef, the green beans with dry shrimp on top, codfish tofu. And this dish is really interesting. It looks like an egg drop soup, but it's spinach, egg whites, mushrooms, and Wagyu beef inside. 5-spice spicy beef. Wow. Wow. I should have got this in the beginning. I would have kept ordering this. This is so freaking tender. I mean, if you told me this was Wagyu beef, I would believe you. Green beans with dry shrimp. Wow. This is so good too. I love this. Come closer to me. Wow. The shrimp is really crispy on top. There's some bigger pieces that are more chewy. Green beans is chewy as well. There's a lot of garlic in here. The sauce is a little vinegary. It might be the best green bean dish I've had ever. Cod with mushrooms. Oh, the sauce is amazing. Oh, this is so good. This looks good. Prawn with garlic soaked in some kind of sauce. This is live prawn, so they kept a head on for you. Yes. This is, yes. This is fresh prawn for sure. So sweet. Try this Wagyu egg drop soup dish right here. I'm usually a big fan of spinach soups. Very light, very mild. You can't really taste, let me see. You can't really taste the beef. Like tasting the beef individually, you'll notice that, oh yeah. Oh wow. I couldn't taste it when I was eating the soup with the spinach and with the mushrooms and everything together. But if you just take a piece of that ground meat and you start chewing it, and you notice something is different. And all that goodness of the Wagyu start blasting you. I almost feel like I want to take the meat out and just kind of eat it separately just so I can taste the Wagyu flavor better. This is good. I like it. Dessert is served first. Lychee with osmanthus jelly. This is one of my favorite things. I love this so much. This is black bean pudding in avocado and sesame ice cream. Look at this little jelly, little bubbles in here. This is the ice cream. Avocado ice cream. I feel like Tom Brady. Wow. Avocado ice cream is really good. I've never had avocado ice cream before. So this is lychee sorbet on some kind of a cherry icy. Lychee sorbet is great. This is really refreshing as well, but I had to go back to that avocado ice cream. This is just the best thing ever. Hey guys, Mike Chen. I'm here in the airport area of Singapore, heading to a restaurant that's not only open 24 hours a day, it also features the cheapest all-you-can-eat buffet here in Singapore. Let's go check out the all-you-can-eat Parada Buffet. I love unique all-you-can-eat experiences, and this is definitely that. Parada Buffet, 16 different varieties, $7.90 Singapore dollars. So that is, at today's rate, around $5.50 US. 16 different varieties of parada, plain egg and onion cheese, masala, pepper, onions, ikan bilis, strawberry, chocolate, pineapple, mushroom, banana, cheese, and mushroom, honey, and sugar. They give you a little pad to kind of write down which one you want. So all the parada is cooked fresh, and I asked for sugar cane juice. They said large or medium. I said large. This is the large. Like, this should be labeled tub. This is a tub of sugar cane juice. What I love about this country, parada, super fresh. Sugar cane, super fresh. Thank you, thank you. They also asked me which curry I want with my parada. I don't know whether the curry comes with it or not. I'll let you guys know afterwards, but look at this. Freshly made, deliciously beautiful smelling and looking paradas. I've eaten paradas in Singapore, of course, already. Each one typically costs around $3 if you go to just a regular parada place. Does this come with the buffet? Yeah. Yeah? Oh, nice. Thank you. So there's your answer. It does come with a buffet. You can get a variety of curry as well. I got the chicken curry. You could also get mutton. There's fish. This is so pretty. Look at this. Parada is beautifully toasty on the outside. I can feel how soft it is. And it's paper thin. Look at this. This one on top, I think, is the egg parada. Let's see here. Oh, so hot. I think this is just a plain butter one. Like I said, remarkably thin, beautifully toasty on the outside. And then dunk that into the chicken curry. Oh, this is so good. I love this place. What a value for what I'm putting in my mouth right now. Like I said, the parada, so thin. You get that slight little toasted crunch from the outside. Inside, this thing's just a big softie on the inside. The parada is chewy, it's buttery, it's flaky. It goes so well with this curry. The curry is spicy, it's rich. It's got so much different aroma coming from it as well. This one's the ikan bilis. It's the anchovy, look at this. Little bits of crispy fish inside the parada. Oh, that's good. Beautifully chewy parada. The fish definitely highlights the beautiful flavor of the parada and the curry. It just adds a depth of umami-ness to it. I think that's the pepper masala. Oh yeah, about 5 seconds after it went down the hatch, I got a nice tangy pepper flavor on the tip of my tongue. It was very subtle. This I'm really excited about. I think this is the egg. This one's gonna be hearty. Whew. Eggs and onions. I love eggy paradas. It just adds to the heartiness of the whole thing. Then a little change in texture from the crunchy onions. Oh, this is interesting. This is the masala parada. Inside some veg, potatoes, and carrots. A lot of different spices. That's my favorite by far. It's so good, I want to slap myself. I'm already getting clobbered by all the masala that's wrapped inside this thin, delicious little layer of dough. I'm just trying to taste all of them before it gets cold. This one is the chocolate one. I think it's a Nutella product. This is really good too. The only other new one to try here is the mushroom cheese paratha. This one definitely goes inside the chicken curry. I love that one. Oh, that goes so well with the curry because the cheese brings a nice creaminess, which completely balances out the spicy masala from the chicken curry. Of course, I got another masala product. I gotta hurry up and eat before it gets cold though. See you in a bit.
A few moments later.
Probably ate about 10 paradas here. That was a very solid breakfast. That is definitely a good place, especially for the value. Today, it's gonna be a really interesting buffet. All you can eat oysters. So I am at Kakurega the Lair, and they just started doing this all-you-can-eat oyster buffet with jumbo oysters. You can have it fresh, you can have them with cheese. There's also a bunch of mini domes to choose from. So this place right now is going for about 50 Singapore dollars, so about 30 US, but they are raising their prices in about a month to 69 Singapore dollars, so about 48 bucks. At the same time, they're also adding new items to the menu like cheesy and mentaiko scallops. Smells so toasty and delicious. Toasted cheese on top of fresh scallops. This is so crazy good. It tastes like high quality cheese as well. Nice and stretchy, great milky flavor. Of course, that delicious char flavor from the flame. I think the only thing better than just regular cheese is toasted cheese. Then this one with toasted mentaiko on top. Holy moly. That may be one of the greatest bites of scallops I ever had. Their scallops is buttery. I think there's a splash of citrus. The mentaiko just brings out the depths of that flavor. That is a flavor combination made in the depths of the sea. Something that I'm sure at, I don't know, Ariel or Poseidon's birthday party, they're definitely serving that. And the oysters are from Kyoto. So I got a plate of fresh oysters and a plate of cheesy oysters. I swear to you, before your oysters get to your table, you can smell them. Well, if you got the cheesy one, of course. But look at how big these oysters are. These are some ginormous jumbo oysters. A little bit of scallion on top, some grated radish. I'm so excited for the cheesy one. Gotta start with the cheesy one first. Look at this, again, super jumbo oyster, melty, toasted cheese on top. This is almost too much. It's so beautiful. Toasted cheese completely covering that succulent oyster. You smell the grilled oyster, you smell the cheese, and look at how big this thing is. Oh, that is so good. As soon as this thing pops in your mouth, you taste that plump, sweet, slightly briny, very juicy, giant oyster. Then of course the chewy, toasty cheese. And grilled oyster is one of my favorite things. The oysters are so delicate with a slightly briny flavor. And that flavor mixed with that toasted, melty cheese, it creates a bite that's chewy yet so delicate. The beautiful cheese flavor mixed in with that subtle brininess. It tastes like roasted cheese flavored ocean in the best way possible. And the fresh oysters, a sprinkle of lemon juice. Oh my gosh, again, the size of this thing. This might be the biggest oyster I ever held in my hand. I have eaten a lot of raw oysters in my day, but this is a plump, delicious oyster. Again, subtle hints of the ocean, not overwhelming at all. All the flavor profile is very delicate and mild. The texture is sublime, juicy and tender. Like a poppin' seafood. And I like that they have different types of oysters here. So this way you get the best of both worlds. You taste a fresh oyster, you taste it with cheese, keeps your taste buds engaged, and keeps it interested. And every single oyster here is at least 110 grams. So almost a quarter of a pound. Those go down so easy. And honestly, so do these. If you love oysters, this will definitely be your happy place. And besides the oysters, a bunch of different mini bowls. So I got a mentai-ko pasta. This thing served a little seaweed, a little topiko. Looks like it's covered in cream sauce and mentai-ko. And what you can do to give it more flavor, add a cheesy oyster to it. That's a really good combination. Creamy pasta with some plump, juicy, cheesy oyster. The next bowl, this is the Wagyu karobido. Good sized chunks of beef over some salad and rice. Gotta bust out the spoon for this one. Combine this all together. You got that nice refreshing crunch from the salad. Also, there's white garlic in here to add even more flavor. This is a tender, tender cut of beef. Oh, super tender. Just treat this like a meaty, garlicky palate cleanser between your bites of oysters. Something else I gotta commend them for. I'm not really into fishy oysters, but these super clean taste. This is like the best part of the ocean. And if you want a taste of spicy ocean, add some Tabasco. Spicy ocean tastes good. Round two, piping hot, fresh from the grill. One of my favorite things to eat whenever I'm in New Orleans, fresh grilled oysters with cheese on top. And trust me, they're not cheap. Here, eat as many as I want. Palate cleanser time. Garlic fried rice with fish roll on top. That's so nice and garlicky. Also, yakisoba with sliced pork belly on top. Thin yakisoba with some shaved bonito flakes as well. Yakisoba and fried rice, a couple of my guilty pleasures. This is really, really good here. This is such buttery yakisoba. The pork belly is fatty and melty, and the bonito flakes adds that extra umami boost. This is really, really good. Finally, a bowl of yakiniku gyudon. The meat a little firmer, just as flavorful. Like I said, this is pretty much oyster heaven. All you can eat, again, not small, like they're jumbo oysters. Eat them with cheese, eat them fresh, eat them with some fried rice. Different rice dishes are really good as well. I mean, coming from the US where a dozen oysters could sometimes cost you over 30 bucks, this is a fantastic deal. Again, the freshest oysters you can find, absolute quality, and a slew of delicious rice and noodle dishes. No wonder this place is always packed. Okay, so how it works is that there's a set menu, item 1 through 9, that each person gets a serving of, and you don't get to reorder that. But the dim sum dishes, which it's not just dim sum, it's a lot of stuff, you can order as much as you want. The buffet is 50 Singapore dollars, which is about 35 US, and 5 additional Singapore dollars for the tea service. Pretty good tea. So this is all the dishes that we ordered, and everything is in Chinese. So this stuff is coming up. We're gonna finish this, then order the dim sum. Dishes have arrived. The Cantonese foods, I see some roast duck, I see fish skin chips, some jellyfish here with sesame, carrots, roast pig. Look how crispy that skin is. This looks amazing. Fish skin is crispy, duck looks beautiful. The prawn in the wine sauce. And this is usually a dish that's cooked with chicken. So it's the first time I'm seeing it with prawns.
I left here, you can take photo just like this.
Oh, thank you, thank you. What is this? Sea cucumber. Oh, mushroom and fish maw. Oh, the seafood soup smells amazing. White pepper. Always add this to any sort of herby soup or Chinese soup. This is great. I think a little red vinegar will make this even better. Very rich, very seafoody. I love the flavor of the fish maw. It's just so nice and gelatinous. You can tell this is a soup that's definitely really, really good for you. And it tastes good too. They said not to do it until we finish the food, but all the dishes seem really small. I just put in 9 dim sum orders. Let's eat. So there's really not a Sichuan element on this plate. This is just Canto element. That fish chip is the best thing ever. Wow, so crispy and airy, and garlicky and spicy. Oh, that is so good, so good, so good. I love the roast pig here, especially the skin. This is one of the airiest roast pig skin I've ever put in my mouth. The quality of food is definitely really good here. Chongqing spicy chicken, one of my all-time favorite dishes. It's really good here. Oh, they made this extremely spicy, extremely nummy. Wow. 5 pieces in. Can't feel my tongue. I feel like I licked a stun gun. This is the dumpling with caviar. Got some hot oil to dip that in. This is a giant, hefty shrimp dumpling. This is the abalone shawmai with little dry shrimp on top, and also caviar on this as well. Learned from my first mistake. Really shouldn't have put the caviar in the hot oil. That was a rookie mistake. I don't taste the caviar at all after that. I think I like that better than the shrimp dumpling. The other dishes have begun to arrive. I think this is the deep fried tofu with sakura shrimp. The shrimp is on the top, it's wrapped in cucumbers. I think there's fish cake inside. This is the prawn with rice noodle. Yeah, this is a big dish. This is a eat it, go home and start napping kind of dish. So tons of rice noodles in here with egg. Almost looks like an egg drop soup with rice noodles and prawns. It's also got some green beans, sliced beef. Now it's all coming together. Kofen is good. So this is the sakura shrimp and tofu and fried tofu. Very beautiful dish. It also has fermented beans on the bottom. I love this. The tofu is delicious. I think, like I said, there's some fish cake in here. The fermented beans bring such a nice earthy flavor. The rest of the food has arrived. Mapo tofu. Let's try a Sichuan dish. Never had this dish without rice before. This is legit. This is a very authentic version of this dish. Delicious soaking tofu. Giant scallions, beautiful fermented flavor. It's spicy, it's nummy. There's minced meat in here. This is a very good version of this dish. This is the tofu skin with the sakura shrimp inside. Yes, yes, a million times yes for this one. Oh, that's good. The tofu just tastes like fried air. Can you fry air? If you could fry air, that's what it would taste like. I mean, you guys heard that crunch, right? That was a loud crunch. Shrimp inside is sweet, it's bouncy. One of my favorite dishes here. This is all pig trotters with quail eggs. So this is all braised in a soy sauce based sauce. The stew, until the color changed completely. Like this is an egg. Well, that bite wasn't great. The lean meat, which I just took a bite of, that's really, really dry. Couple more things to try. This is just a simple dish of sliced beef. Whoa, ain't nothing simple about this. You taste the rice wine and a perfect pairing of meat and veggies with the crunchy sprouts, because this beef is about as tender as you're gonna get. Oh my God. One last thing to try. This is their signature beef roll. It looks like beef instead of a steamed bun. This is a pork belly roll. And I don't know how they seal it, but they sealed all the juice on either end. And when you take a bite, all that juice just explodes on your tongue. Everything just melts because there's pork belly in here. And then the bun is so soft as well, and it soaks up all that nice juice from the pork. So about 30 something US dollars for all you can eat really quality food. I think the price point is pretty good, especially with the dim sums that we got. On the a la carte menu, it's about 10 Singapore dollars per basket. The service is attentive, the tea is good. So if you're like me, you love dim sum, but at the same time, like every single meal, you want to eat something spicy and numbing, and you love buffets, this is a great place. So I heard about this place that had all-you-can-eat unlimited soup dumpling that's also a hot pot buffet. So there are a ton of all-you-can-eat hot pot places here in Singapore. Like in a previous video, I showcased like a whole street where almost every single restaurant is an all-you-can-eat Chinese hot pot place. But this one, like I said, unlimited soup dumplings included. And everything you just order off an app. So fatty beef, and there's a lot of selections at this hot pot place. I think over 50 items for sure. And on top of soup dumplings, there's also steamed dumplings. All right, I'm getting a bunch of stuff. Tons of different vegetables. There's sliced pork, spam, chicken. So this is really interesting. So they give extra broth to you right away to put it on the side of your table. One thing I noticed immediately about this place, staff is very, very nice, like extremely nice. There's tons of seafood like scallops and prawns, mussels, fish balls. There's definitely a lot of selection of food to order from this place. So got two different hot pot broths. One is the mala, I gotta get mala. And the other is their specialty here, which is millet seafood. It's a seafood broth, but with millet, which is xiaomi. One of my favorite kanji ingredients. Oh, that's very good. Very seafoody, a little herby. See some dates in here as well. I like that. The mala. Ooh, might have overdone it on the mala a little bit. Yep, one little sip. Or your last layer of skin on my tongue. Ooh, it's very spicy, a little sour. Start adding the ingredients. Yeah, this is a really good place. You can tell whether a hot pot place is gonna be good or not. First of all, of course, by the taste of the broth, the sauce bar, which here, it's not huge, but it's complete. And the fattiness slash thickness of the meat. The fatty beef is usually the most important cut of meat in hot pot. And this one is thin, really good amount of fat. And this thing will cook in a few seconds. Oh, that is very, very nice. Wow. Oh, that spice definitely penetrated. I think that's actually a good amount for me. And it still hurts in a good way, so I think that's a good amount. One other tip about hot pot is go to the sauce bar, get scallions with cilantro or extra garlic or extra chilies if you like, and add it to the broth. So I want the spicy side to be a little more garlicky with more scallions and cilantro. And I want the seafood side a little more spice and garlic. Thank you, thank you. So nice here. I've never experienced a hot pot place as nice as this place. I mean, I've been to Hai Di Lao, which is very nice. The customer service is so good. But this place, they're nicer. Soup dumpling has arrived. At first glance, these look like awesome soup dumplings. It looks like pretty thin skin with a load of juice inside. They actually bring you vinegar with some ginger inside. Look at that, tons of soup inside. Good size filling, outside skin, super thin. There's a loaded soup dumpling. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Soup is nice and porky. Drop some vinegar inside. For
all-you-can-eat soup dumplings, this is very, very good. I think this is better than some of the soup dumpling places I've been to. It's definitely freshly made. It's definitely juicy. The filling is flavorful. It's big. The skin is thin. I'm gonna dump into my hot pot sauce. That's really good soup dumpling. I think it tastes even better in my dipping sauce. Let's drop it in here for a little bit. Suck the soup out. By the way, I think the broth is better after adding the garlic and cilantro and scallions. Take some of the mala soup, pour it over the soup dumplings. Add some vinegar to it. Porky mala soup dumplings. That's a really good way to eat these soup dumplings. I love this place. Now I'll take this, dunk it into the seafood broth. Be careful, the soup is so hot. But yes, try eating your soup dumplings this way. It's like you're getting double soup. So suck the soup out, dunk it into the broth, get more soup. It's like a double soup dumpling.
So this Japanese buffet is called Himawari. It's an a la carte, all-you-can-eat Japanese buffet. So everything is cooked fresh for you. So you look at the menu online, you write down what number you want on a sheet of paper. There's so much I want. So there's sushi, there's sashimi, there's tempura, there's yakitori. So each one of these have a different section. There's also agimono. Oh my gosh, there's so much. First round is here. Got some hand rolls and some tempura. Everything looks good. For the hand rolls, got soft shell crab, seared salmon, also spicy tuna, regular salmon, and minced tuna. Itadakimasu. There's prawns, pumpkin, okra, I think pepper. These are good sized hand rolls too. Home tasty soft shell crab, delicious sushi rice, crunchy nori, a little fish egg mayo mixed in. That soft shell crab is delicious, so crunchy on the outside, but you can definitely taste that sweet, tender crab meat right in the middle, right where all the joints are right there. Not a ton of crab meat. This is the seared salmon. Right, some part of this is a little dry. Should have just left down seared. This should be good. Naki toro. A lot of heat before that soft, tender tuna meat start dissolving on your tongue. Oh, this is very, very good. It's like a melty fish ice cream cone. Spicy tuna. The fish is just so tender. And the spice comes from the added sashimi. The tuna is clean. It just has that natural umami coursing through the fish. And there's a big piece inside the hand roll. The uncooked ones are fresh and tender. The cooked ones are nice and crispy. I think these are great. The only thing bad about the hand rolls, is that they will fill you up. Freshly fried tempura. Oh, this is so light. Wow, wow, wow. The outside is so light and crunchy and delightful. Inside, beautifully tender and juicy. I don't think I've had tempura peppers before. Definitely get the tempura here. Sashimi platter is here. Got some octopus and some tuna. They definitely give you a lot here. I'm trying to pace myself because second order just went in. Third order, I want to get the shabu. You can actually get a shabu here. Hopefully, eating hand roll in the beginning is not going to cost me a shabu. Wow. This octopus is snappy, is sweet. One of my favorite things here today. This place now has a line out the door. People can't get in. People are being turned away right now. You really need a reservation to come to this place. The only thing bad about this place is because it's so packed, food is not getting here very quick. So one thing I learned, if I'm gonna come back again, I would just pour all my orders out in the beginning and just let it slowly trickle in. I just kind of been doing it in waves. No. Just give them a sheet with all your orders in there and then they'll just start bringing it out. Soft shell crab came in. I love their soft shell crab. This one obviously not going to be as crunchy as the tempura version. But if you want the crunchy part, chew on the legs. This is my favorite. The joints right here.
That meat is piping hot and it's so soft and sweet.
Okay, my fish and katsu is here. So I got seared salmon, salmon belly, and this is the katsu.
I think overall at this place, I like a lot of the stuff that I had. The salmon is dry. This looks completely different. Salmon belly, look at this. Beautifully seared, a layer of fat on top, and oh yeah. This thing doesn't even know what the word dry means. If you come here, you order a lot of this. This absolute perfection. So fatty, a little gelatinous. You can taste the char. Every bite you take, it just sits on your tongue. The salmon belly starts melting. You just want to close your eyes and savor that moment. This is 100% the best thing I had here. Add a little wasabi on here to balance out that nice fatty flavor. Pork katsu with scrambled eggs and onions on top. And it is delicious. I gotta say, there's also an a la carte option here. So if you don't want the buffet, you wanna get the a la carte, their dishes are superb, especially something like this. Awesome. We're in Southeast Asia. I'm gonna see this a lot. A whole fish head. And here, they got a whole seared salmon head included on the buffet. And this thing looks ferocious. Look at the teeth. Just turn it over, and it's gonna have all that great meat and fat right around the head area. That's some great tender meat on the fish that people usually neglect. You should not. Right here in the neck region. Oh, the meat is gelatinous-y. It's very tender, and there's so much of it. This and the salmon belly, a couple of great dishes to get here. My time is almost up. Like I said, you gotta order everything right away. If you're here for the buffet, this place gets packed. Come with as many people as you can so you can try a lot of different things. There's definitely more stuff on the menu I want to try, especially the shabu. I want to try that. There's more fish items. There's more sashimi items. In the words of the great California governor / Terminator, I'll be back. All right, let me show you around this buffet. This is really, really cool. So in the middle, there's seafood, mussels, clams, scallops, lobster, cold cut salads, bread. This is the hot food section. There's crispy pork belly, steak, Wagyu beef lasagna. There's a bunch of truffle dishes here, pasta. There's over 40 different types of cheeses in here, including dark chocolate and white chocolate gorgonzola, which they say is their specialty. Can't wait to try this room. This is not the biggest buffet I've been to, but it looks exquisite. So this place has a buffet pretty much every day. On Monday, they have an all-you-can-eat Wagyu beef steak buffet. So if this tastes good, definitely come back for that. This is a mix of cold surf and turf, melon tea with my cold cuts. Take my melon and wrap some pancetta around that. This is one of my favorite appetizer items. Look at this. The scallop is just covered in herbs. How is that so sweet? The herbs provides that additional fragrance that just really highlights the sweetness of that scallop. Oh, that is so sweet. Definitely need a lot more of this. Chilled lobster, of course. This is always gonna be good. All right, this sweet piece of lobster. I think I'm gonna add something savory to it. Saved a little piece of pancetta. Oh yeah, that's so much better than dipping this in some butter. Wow, I can't believe I've never tried eating lobster like that before. One part amazingly sweet, the other part smoky, savory with that hit of umami at the end where it lingers on your tongue. Oh, a great way to eat a lobster. Round two, and we're starting with a salad. The salad here looks awesome.
They have someone at the salad bar making each salad for you. And you can choose between different dressings, different sea salts. I got truffle dressing, I got truffle sea salt, also chili sea salt. It might be a little too salty, I don't know. And also hot oil. It's one of the best tasting sauce I've ever put in my mouth. Wow, that's much better than I thought it was gonna be. Now, it doesn't look impressive, but when that thing hits your tongue, it makes me almost wanna be a vegetarian. Almost. Second round's filled with some amazing stuff. But first of all, mushroom truffle soup. This thing is just almost too much flavor. I mean, too much that great truffle fragrance and that incredible earthiness from all that mushrooms. That's delicious. This plate is crazy. So got truffle pizza, cured meat pizza, steak, blue cheese pasta, truffle risotto, and look at this pork belly. That's all sorts of juicy and crispy at the same time. Some squid ink pasta, sea bass. Let's just start with this. Pasta's chewy. I think it could have been a little more al dente. Maybe I got it after it's been sitting out a little bit. Flavor of the sauce is delicious. Very rich, very deep, with a bit of acid in there. Usually what I like to do when I get a plate of food, I like to save what I think is the best for last. I just can't help it anymore. This pork belly looks so freaking amazing. So far, all the food items with truffle has been delicious, including the soup, the risotto. But I really like this. I'm a big fan of blue cheese, and this is bow tie pasta with blue cheese and macadamia nut. I mean, the flavor is very punch you in the face, but it's the good kind of punch you in the face. This is the highlight of the hot menu, I think. Wagyu beef lasagna. Wow. I think the reason Garfield is still alive after, what is he, like 50 now? Is maybe because his lasagna-loving soul is searching for this. I'm a huge fan of lasagna, and this might be its king. Toasty cheese on top, mounds of meat. In one taste, you know that the meat is special. Deliciously rich, tender, and leaves that unmistakable Wagyu umami on your tongue. Definitely going for more of that. I know the steak was kind of sitting on the buffet for a while too, but that's still really tender and good. This is the second buffet I've been to in my life that has a dedicated cheese room. Start out with something for beginners. Pecorino, dipped in honey. Burrata with truffle. I'll taste anything that has truffle in it at this place. Well, it's so light and creamy. Wow, like really, really light and very milky. Of course, that great earthy truffle flavor. That thing is almost like a yogurt. The dark chocolate gorgonzola cheese. Whoa. Oh, I should have ate that with a loaf of bread. It's not funky, it's just really salty. That's definitely something I should have ate with fruit, with nuts, with bowl of rice. That's good though. It's just, I wasn't expecting it. It got so much flavor. And this is the white chocolate version of the gorgonzola. Now that I'm prepared, and take small bites and chase it with a piece of nut. Amazing. Amazing. So creamy with a bit of sweetness from the outside chocolatey shell. The texture is probably my favorite thing about this cheese. This is a really interesting cheese. Chili al Barato. Sorry. It's a cow and sheep milk cheese, and it's covered in grape must. I like that a lot. The texture is kind of like Parmesan. It's got a hint of fruitiness. My favorite cheese overall, it's just a smoked Gouda. I love it. I mean, even the name sounds like it tastes good. It's Gouda. All right, I think I need more of that lasagna. Next round, some fresh steaks came off the grill. I didn't notice they had a lemon saffron sauce. Oh, wow. Oh, what a difference between that steak
and the steak I had earlier. Oh, night and day difference. This is a restaurant steakhouse quality kind of steak. I mean, I think just melted like Jack Frost in Singapore. Make sure your steak is right off the grill when you come here. What a difference that makes. Also, they have seared foie gras, which I'm just gonna put on my pizza. That's so crazy good. Dessert time. It's a pear tart. Just like the savory items, it's not a huge dessert bar, but the stuff on there is so good. Especially this chocolate tart, chocolate mousse on the top, bottom, crumbly crust, butter bread pudding. That's delicious. I think this is a chocolate mousse cup. Chocolate mousse, mango mousse, raspberry panna cotta. This is all good. I finished with dessert, but today, gotta get something else before this meal's over. Yeah, finishing this meal with a salad. This is a foretelling sign of where my diet is trending. I don't know. I just know this is a freaking delicious salad. So today at the most famous buffet in all of Singapore, Culinary. Reservation for this place, you gotta make it at least a month in advance. And I hear the brunch reservation is even more elusive. So this place, of course, like other buffets, dessert section, salad section, there's a square in the middle where they have fresh seafood like giant prawns, snow crab, sushi, sashimi. First plate, got some salmon, some tuna, I think some mackerel, freshly sliced octopus, a corn sushi, and I think either abalone or clam salad with seaweed. The seafood is just so fresh. Never had corn sushi before. I spent a good portion of my life living in Iowa, Missouri, Illinois. I ate a lot of things made with corn. Never had a corn sushi. I know it sounds ridiculous. Y'all need to go and try a corn sushi. Wow, poppin' juicy sweet corn. Wasn't expecting that. All over vinegary sushi rice. That was delicious. Next, I got a kueh pai tea. It's a little rice cup with crab meat in there and braised vegetables as well. This looks like a one-biter. The cup I thought was gonna be crunchy. It's not. It's chewy, very peanutty, really sweet. Leaves a nice coconutty, nutty aftertaste in your mouth. So this place doesn't have a lot of seafood. So if you want to make your meal worth it, you really gotta tackle the snow crab, the giant prawns, the sushi, sashimi section. Honestly, myself, don't really need to dip it in anything. So naturally sweet on its own. So this is the cooked food section. There's bread in the center, freshly cut roasted meat on one side, pasta bar, steaks, and then this gentleman in the back runs the Indian food section. He's making me a fresh naan right now. So nice. I really like the fact that it's basically a Chinese barbecue stand in there. So I got some roast chicken, roast duck, and roast pig. This thing is basically 80% fat on the edge. Oh, that's a really good one. That's awesome. Also, besides the roast pig, the soy sauce chicken. The chicken, I think, is a scallion ginger white chicken. That's so tender. And the duck, Obviously, it's not gonna be as good as, say, a roast paradise, which I think has the best roast meat in Singapore. But for buffet, pretty not bad. Oh, I can't wait for this. Fresh naan covered in garlic and herbs. Got some buttered chicken, some lamb as well. That's a delicious butter chicken. Oh, that steak is excellent. That is really tender for steak. It's been sitting there for at least 30 minutes. I gotta try that fresh off the grill. Chicken satay. Oh, I haven't had satay skewers yet since coming to Singapore. This one with a super smoky flavor is making me very happy right now. So I made a mistake. I totally forgot. I ordered pasta. So I ordered miso bacon carbonara. Yeah, totally forgot about it. It's gonna be cold now, so I just put a bunch of meat on top of it, including stuffed shell chili crab, chicken with salted egg, and got more steak. Steak is so good. Pasta's really good. Even though it's not hot anymore, it's still an awesome plate of pasta. Oh, salted egg chicken wing is a must get here. Sweet and savory, rich and yolky. Wish the skin will be a little more crispy. It probably is right from the fryer. But this is delicious. Got seared salmon, look at that. Well, that thing is crispy on top. And then some truffle grilled chicken, pig trotter meatfin, prawn, and sea bass. That's one of the best things I had all night. Oh, that salmon skin is so crispy. Little bitterness from the char and all that delicious fat right underneath the skin. If you got this piece of fish from a fancy seafood restaurant, you would not be disappointed. Pig trotter noodles, little sweet. Oh, my lips and my tongue just got coated in that deliciously gelatinous-y texture. And all that flavor steeped deep into the noodles. And oh my goodness, give the sea bass a little squeeze with your chopsticks and this thing just falls apart. They cook fish very, very well here. Very well. Wow. That's about as delicate as they come. This thing just tastes like a mother's lullaby. Onto the noodle station, 2 different noodles. One is jjajangmyeon, try jjajangmyeon. The other is the laksa. Look at this giant prawn ball in the laksa, quail eggs, dry tofu. There's some little cockle in here as well. What am I doing? Lose the chopstick, bring on the spoon. This is so good. This tastes like a delicious laksa from a hawker stall. This I've never seen on a buffet before. Jjajangmyeon, little strands of tofu on top, some cucumbers. The sauce is a mix of diced meat. I think it's pork and thin noodles on the bottom. Just give this a nice little mix. This is very good. I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. This is my comfort noodle dish right here. I've been eating this as long as I can remember. Anytime my parents wanted to make me feel better when I was a kid, they would make me jjajangmyeon. I'll tell you what, I never thought I'd find a really good bowl of this on a buffet. I mean, the noodles are fantastically chewy. The meat is savory. The sauce is rich. It's earthy. Very good bowl of jjajangmyeon. Dessert here is amazing. So many different items. I got a peanut roll, bunch of cakes, chocolate. There's cream puffs, there's tarts. This is a lychee and cheese variant, I think. Oh, this is so good. Delicious lychee with little crunchies on top and a moist cake down below. Oh, underneath that layer of cake, there's also a layer of, I think, cheesy mousse. Oh, this is incredible. The only bad thing is my spoon's too big. I don't know, really fit into this cup. What a beginning to this dessert round. This cake is the Pandan Gula Malacca, also known as possibly the best cake you can ever put in your mouth. This is incredible. Oh my gosh. I don't think there's a more delicate cake on this island. It's so soft. Incredible coconut and pandan flavor. Wow. Chocolate passion fruit tart. This place might have the best dessert of any buffet in the world. It may not have the most, but everything is quality. Inside, I don't think this is passion fruit. No, it's not passion fruit. I think it's matcha. Yep. There's an awesome matcha chocolate tart. There's some sour cherry in here as well. So this is not just a simple mango pudding. This thing, mango pudding, pomelo. I think there's bird nest in here as well, and gold flakes on top. That's very, very good. Pomelo is usually bitter. Really don't taste any bitterness in here. Pudding is deliciously velvety. And it's not overly sweet, it's not overly creamy, it's not overly anything. It's such a balanced dessert with a huge mango flavor. Next up, ivory raspberry cake. Wow. Tart, sweet, a little wafer on the bottom. I'm not really into tart flavored desserts. This is good though. Of course, can't leave without having some kueh. This is a must-try dessert item whenever you're in Singapore. Rice cakes, usually multicolored. It's coconutty, it's soft, it's chewy, it's delicately spongy. I love this. So overall, this buffet goes for 88 Singapore dollars, so about 60 around US. For a buffet of this quality, that's 100% worth it. Especially now, I think Vegas dinner buffets are topping $100 before tax and tip. You're gonna come to this beautiful hotel. Every single person here is incredibly warm, helpful, considerate. It's a big spread no matter if you love seafood, steak, local dishes, desserts. Oh, especially the desserts. You're gonna love this place. This buffet, a place I always go to whenever I'm in Singapore. One of the best, if not the best in the country. Definitely check it out. All right, I'm gonna get back to my dessert. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.